Welcome back to Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the best from the world of CrossFit. Podcasts, news, special interest, health, fitness. If you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notifier so you're the first to know when we have new episodes. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hang on to your seats, people. Charlie is with us today.
That's right. You better hang on to your seat, buddy.
Literally.
Yeah. I've installed the seatbelt.
How is your body feeling?
It took about 15 minutes to get back to normal.
Okay.
And then everything's fine. My stomach is full of liquid, so I think that's what I'm feeling because of all the drink. And I just feel like I'm sloshing.
Oh, gross.
No chance of you accidentally leaving yourself on mute because you probably won't put yourself on mute to begin with.
Yeah, probably not. And I apologize for belching on air. It had to happen.
You were doing a food challenge. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
We'll carry the show if you got to run off real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take the sound with you.
Yeah. So what's going on, everyone?
Workouts. Let's talk workouts, please.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's go.
It's been a minute.
Since we talked about our workouts.
New Year's. Did you do any weird stuff? We talked about the barbell stuff we did last week, the Christmas Eve, all that good stuff. Anything fun?
I went in and did a partner WOD with my husband on, I don't know, New Year's Eve. Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Okay.
He does not like to be partners with me because, especially when they're synchronized burpees, but we got through it. We had a good workout. And then I went in yesterday and did some heavy back squats and did a GHD and death by GHD and bike erg. And today I have not done anything because I woke up not feeling good. Like almost like my throat was like I'm getting sick. But I'm going to go for a walk in a little bit just to get something.
Just for everyone's knowledge, the guy on the screen that is Sprinkles, who did the Hot Ones challenge with me, he is dousing it with ice cream currently.
And it's Dairy Queen.
Even better. Yeah, Bruce, good point.
Bruce, only in the bedroom.
Right. Not on the gym floor.
So true.
Not on the gym floor. Well, I did a fun workout yesterday. I saw it on Instagram. It was 23 rounds with a 20 double under buy-in and then 23 of every single movement you could possibly think of. So it was like 23 push press, deadlifts, thrusters, hang cleans, power snatches, Supermans, toes to bar.
What was the weight?
And release push-ups, 65.
Okay.
I did 55. Wall balls, burpees, front squats, back squats, overhead squats, calories on the rower, calories on the echo bike, box jumps. It took me like 48 minutes to do. It was super fun. Very grindy, but it didn't kill me.
It looked fun.
You might need to take 1 milliliter instead of half.
Something. Yeah, so that news broke too, right? That's official news now that I'm taking that stuff. So that's cool.
Little TRT.
Yep. Oh, family just showed up at the gym.
So can I ask a couple questions about that?
Sure.
So you announced on Sevon you're with California Hormones, taking the testosterone replacement. I tried adamantly yesterday to win a free year.
I saw that.
I plugged every number possible into that to try to get it. Was unsuccessful, but so are you seeing any side effects to that at all? Good or bad?
So currently I'm not noticing anything. Well, I say not anything, except I have had, prior to me taking this and maybe like 6 months ago or so, I was taking that, the stuff that somebody else popped for, not the GW, blah, 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 blah. There's some hormone thing. It's like DHEA. I think it is. You can buy it at like GNC. And I was taking that for a little
Yep.
bit, and it's supposed to like rebalance your hormones, or like if your hormones are sort of out of balance, it's supposed to sort of like fix them. And for some reason, that shit, along with like the 3 C4s I was drinking a day, were giving me massive hot flashes, especially at night. Like I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd just be like get night sweats. So I stopped taking that stuff, and those hot flashes immediately went away. And I actually went to my doctor and got a blood test to see if I was still ovulating, because I had this procedure called an ablation, like a uterine ablation, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. And what that does is it basically like takes all of the blood cells out of the lining of your uterus so that you don't have a period. So you still ovulate, but the lining of your uterus does not build up when you're ovulating to like receive a fertilized egg. And so when that fertilized egg doesn't get fertilized and just kind of dissolves into the lining of your uterus, you have a period.
Right.
Because I don't have that lining doesn't build up. I don't get a period.
Right. You're not shedding the uterine lining.
Right. The uterine lining does not need to shed. There's nothing to shed. So I have no idea when I'm going into menopause, right? I'm going to be 50. Yeah. I don't know when my mom went into menopause or whatever. And like, I don't know if that's even a good indication of when I would be going through menopause, but I was curious. So got a blood test from my primary care physician. And she said, based on the hormone levels that she saw, that I am still ovulating. So I haven't hit menopause yet, which means I shouldn't be having hot flashes, I guess is my point.
We may need to stop this conversation because Sporty Beth will do a whole show on it.
I know, right? She'll make it look really bad. So I have been getting some like night sweats the last few nights. Now it's also been 2 degrees, and then now it's like 60 degrees at our house. And so I have extra blankets on. Every symptom that I have right now, I'm like trying to figure out why I'm having it. And I could just be, blaming it on things just because I have other things to blame it on, but I don't really know. So to answer your question, a short answer is no side effects thus far.
And you never overanalyze anything.
Right. Exactly. That's my middle name. Yes.
Charlie or Scott, do you have any other questions about the uterine lining and its shedding and ovulation that we could cover?
I mean, guys, my mom was an OBGYN nurse my whole like life as a young adult and as a teenager. So like I know all I need to know about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As if I was one myself, basically.
Great.
Nah, I have daughters. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Periods attract pairs.
And sharks.
So here's my dilemma here, and maybe people know something about this, but you know how there's all this information out there now about like different pieces of your cycle. There's like a luteal phase and a follicular phase, and it's like before your period and then after your period. And a lot of women are talking about, a lot of trainers are talking about that there's certain periods during your cycle. Let's say you have a 28-day cycle where it's better to weight train, and like other times during your cycle, it's better to not weight train, or you can have different different expectations on your performance based on where you are in that cycle. And I find it to be very fascinating. Yeah. The only problem is I can't participate because I don't know where in my cycle I am, right? I don't, unless I were to take like an ovulation kit and like figure out when I'm ovulating, which I mean, I guess I could do that if I really wanted to, but it's just, I want like something easy to be like, hey, this is your luteal phase. This is your follicular phase, and go off on that.
Well, a lot of nutritionists, will follow athletes same thing on their cycle and change their macros and things like that during different points of for performance and overall health.
Yeah. Some of that stuff is super interesting to me. And I've read up on a lot of it. It's just, I can't apply it to myself because I don't have any data on my own body as to say like when I'm in those phases, which kind of sucks.
Well, I just want to know if Charlie or Scott's been doing any exercise. Besides, Scott's going to be doing a lot of sitting up and down on the toilet later, so he'll be doing squats. But Charlie, you getting any fitness in?
I actually got fitness in today.
What kind?
Whatever our gym was doing. Bike erg and
Thrusters?
Dumbbell thrusters.
You did the thrusters?
I did push presses.
Okay, good. With dumbbells?
With dumbbells.
So proud of you. Will I see you tomorrow morning at 6:15?
You will see me tomorrow morning because my daughter, who is 5, affectionately said I was carrying our dog's baby. So probably
Well,
was like, well, okay.
let's
Kids say the darndest things.
They do. They sure do. But why the
So-
dog? That's weird.
Because he wants a little brother. The dog wants a little brother, apparently. And
Puppies are way more fun than babies, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I agree.
She's smart.
So us front rack mobility experts,
Yeah.
did you hit yourself in the head at all with the dumbbells?
Oh no, I stay very nice and wide out here.
Nice and
Good,
wide.
good,
Wait a
good to
minute.
know. So at least not concussed, just tendon issues now in your shoulders and okay.
Yeah, but
we're
see,
good.
the good thing is I'm used to moving that way. So my whole life is basically prepared for this injury. So we're good.
Yeah.
Speaking of your injury, any progress on next steps?
February 23rd,
For real?
I'll be the $6 million man.
Are you
I
getting
think
the
I'm
full,
gonna just
are you getting the full replacement?
full replacement.
Charlie, that's
I'm
awesome.
gonna do both hips, just get it out of the way.
They're not
Put
doing both.
a
They're not doing both, right?
no.
Yeah, that would be
I want to put hydraulics in there though, so I can just
Mhm.
bounce like an El Camino. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
That
so
would be
Charlie
excited
has
for
the
you.
strut.
That would be awesome.
That is awesome. Good for you.
So what kind of drugs are they going to put you on under, and can Amy and I come as you recover?
I don't know the drugs, and absolutely. Let's just record it. Let's put it out.
Yeah, I think we should. We should do it live.
We'll do a roundtable that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming out of it.
In the recovery room at the hospital.
Yeah.
That's a Thursday, right? 23rd?
Could be.
Yeah. It's a
Or
Thursday.
Wednesday. I don't know.
Kat can produce, and
Thursday. I can do it.
Amy and I will get different camera angles.
I'm going to be the caretaker. Come on, guys.
I might have to fly out there.
Yep.
I expect to be squatting 2 weeks later.
No. No.
Two and a half.
This
Two and
is-
a half. Two and a
No.
half. Give it like,
No. No.
I mean, it should be fixed. Like, what's the problem?
yeah, give it time, but it's going to be good as new for sure. I'm jealous.
I mean, you can get it done if you want to. You know, yeah.
If you could pay enough money, they'll take it.
I'm sure they'll
I'll
do it.
need one
man.
eventually. I'm sure I'll need one eventually. It's all good.
Bruce, that is such an easy question.
An easy
Yeah.
question.
It is and always will be Amy Radowski.
Yes.
Stop.
Mom, spiritual advisor, all those things.
Life coach.
Life coach.
She's
As a
the one who
coach,
packs
as
the
a mom,
sunscreen and the
wife.
snacks.
As a mother, as a friend, as an
As a-
aunt.
Says that you take your medicine.
Yeah.
FaceTimes you at 5:30 in the morning.
When you
Where
don't
are
show up
you?
to class, that's correct. Scott, when did you work out last?
So I worked out Saturday,
Good.
Okay.
but I've not been to the gym in like a week. So tomorrow will be my first time back in the gym. So I've been doing a lot of stuff if you remember, like a couple weeks ago, I fell down the stairs. And so that took me a couple days to recover from. And I was doing that in the gym. And then my daughter took my car keys to Athens, Ohio.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I had no way to get to the gym. And so everything's kind of been done out there in the freezing cold. But at least Saturday was a little warmer.
Yeah.
And then I'll admit some of the stuff I did in my living room, because I would run out, do an element, and then come inside, do push-ups,
Get
then
warm.
run back out.
Mhm.
Yeah. But tomorrow will be my first time back in. And then it's just a week, and then we're flying to Miami.
Jeez.
Then
Yikes.
you guys are doing something there in Miami, right?
Yeah, you are.
Just a little something.
A little
something.
something.
I thought it was
Yeah.
team. I didn't know it was separate individuals.
I think we can do
Yeah.
whatever we want. I'm still
Kat has been recruiting team members
I'm
ever
still
since
lobbying
they
for-
made the announcement.
I'm still lobbying for a friend. I can't imagine if we're in like some media group. I'm sure it's like the total party division. We can do whatever the heck we want.
Yeah, as I said with Ariel last night, I get 5 minutes of glory right off the top,
With your front squat.
and then it's all downhill from there.
Isn't that always the case?
Well, 5 minutes might be generous.
Fair.
That's what she said.
Bruce, I am not going.
We're demonetized.
No, that was quick enough. Sorry.
Yeah, we're hooked in for live call-in show.
Yes, we are.
So anything that comes through Kat's phone is going to come across the air.
Sorry.
And we're clearly
So-
professionals.
Oh, okay. So here's my question that I have. I want to know, coaching, like as a coach, or
I want to know when you're coming to Wadapalooza. Like,
Yeah, right.
it better be next year. We need to put that
Me?
on the calendar. Yes.
Okay, here's part of the problem. Part of the problem is when it is in the year, and so like in January, I'm just going back to school, and that's kind of a hard week after I've had 3 weeks off to take another week off.
I just hear excuses.
Okay, just give me money, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so but here's my
Charlie?
question.
Get
I'll
us some
take-
money.
There you go.
And I'll bring my new hip with me next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
And
have
then we can all four do the gauntlet next year.
with partners. Yes.
So
I
I was thinking that I want you to like send out a poll on Clydesdale Media, because here's a question I would like to ask people. What is one exercise or I don't know, something at the gym that you have seen that has caused the most injuries? Like, is it a movement, implement, something like that?
Mm.
And I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you what mine is.
What type of injury are we talking about?
Any
Major
type,
or like shins get busted open?
like there you
Mhm.
go. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, for sure.
I've
That's my
seen
answer.
more injuries on box jumps than any other thing as a coach in the last 10 years.
Yes, I agree. Achilles.
I think the biggest cause of injury at a CrossFit gym is ego.
Oh, da, da, da.
Okay. See, everybody's saying it.
Yeah. Do you guys have any soft boxes at your gym? Because we have like 4 soft
One
boxes.
soft box, and it was only because it's somebody's personal box that their husband
brought in.
bought for them. But I always use it when I work out.
Yeah.
Because I'm by myself. And then if she's coming into the next class, I like write on her whiteboard, reserved for.
Is that because she had an incident prior?
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's it. I don't think it's the best choice. Like, I don't love the softness of it, like, especially if you're doing certain movements. I think it can be
Right.
more dangerous. But after you bust your shin one time, you're done.
Here's a fun fact. I don't train box jumps.
But you did the other day.
I mean, I did them in that workout because they were part of that workout. But if I was doing a regular workout, and I would probably do step ups because
Yeah.
I know I can do a box jump if I have to in a competition.
Yeah.
I don't. It's something that I just don't enjoy training because like the risk is not worth the reward.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't need to get better at them or faster at them, or I'm not trying to break any barriers or land speed records on the box jumps. I used to rebound them, and now
Ooh,
I just jump up and step down. So
Yeah.
it's like, why bother?
Yeah.
I don't need
I mean,
them.
I think that's the case is you can get, I think like box step ups and weighted box step ups, those are great. Like, I think that is a great
Heck
exercise.
yeah.
But I think you're right. I think if you need to get something plyometrics or something to get your heart rate up, then do a different,
Do something
do
else.
double unders, do broad jumps, do something else.
I agree. Ever since my leg issues, not worth it for me.
Mhm.
Being in leg casts for a year and infections and all that stuff that happened to me, I don't know if I'll ever do a box jump again.
But I would be curious. Yes. I'd be curious if you would put that on as a poll just to see what people say,
Okay.
injury wise.
Well,
do you
the
want,
seven
do you want
people
it
that
to be
are going to answer already know. We already know.
multi-choice?
That's true. Huh? Yeah.
Mul-
Well, let's think a little bit more about it.
Open ended.
Open ended. Okay.
Sounds like most are saying box
Yeah.
jumps.
Yeah. But for the people that aren't on here, let's get some more engagement.
It's that or GHDs.
Yeah.
Those give you hernias.
Rhabdo.
Wrapped up for sure. I did 120 yesterday. I'll be having rhabdo tomorrow.
No, see, you're very well conditioned on the GHD. If I were to do 120, I would 100% get rhabdo because I don't train those. That's another one that I just don't feel like I need to train because.
Yeah, but the older I get, the more like my head, I'll have a headache later.
Get like busy kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I did 120 GHDs, I'd be stuck on 29. And they'd need to bring a crane in, reel me up. All right, get them off.
Yeah.
So I like Mike Halpin's talk of plate hops, jumps over barbell.
Yeah.
I think those are much safer.
Yeah.
And get you that plyometric kind of. So I like that a lot.
I prefer the plate hops over the jumps over the barbell. I've had some incidents with the barbell before too.
I do like the lateral hops over the barbell because like I can do those really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
I used to judge Amy in the open and she would fall off a box at least once an open.
Maybe.
And not like shin, like she would go off the side.
Yeah.
Probably.
Did you do that quarterfinal workout with the 30-inch box jumps and the overhead squats?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I totally bit it on my very first one.
It took a lot of practice for me to even be willing to do that workout.
Yeah. That was rough. But I had the soft box, which come to find out later, guys, it was
I remember.
it was so compressed that it was actually like a 28.5-inch box. It actually wasn't 30 inches. So I was just
no rep
anyway. Oh well. Didn't make it to semis or did the games.
Except we did make it to the games because we went to the games.
This is true.
So can I tell you one of my birthday gifts that I'm super, super, super stoked for?
Yeah.
I got a side monitor for my setup here.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have another monitor off to this side with notes or stuff we can show on screen and not have to do it all on one laptop.
Very cool.
Oh, look who's fancy.
I also got a second monitor. I inherited one for Christmas because my son had his grandfather, my dad, buy him one for Christmas. And then it turns out it's not compatible with his new Xbox system. So he had to go get a second one, which means we have like 2 extra monitors in the house. And I'm getting one, but there are literally no places for me to plug it in because with this Rodecaster Pro and the Wi-Fi and everything else, I only have 4 holes here in the laptop and they're all plugged in.
Well, you can get more holes.
I know. I'm just afraid I'm going to like overload.
I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm afraid. I mean, sometimes now when I plug my laptop in just to like get a power source, it like doesn't charge up because it's like, fuck you. You've got too many things in here. I'm not dealing with it. So I'd be afraid. But yes, I'm aware there are adapters that I can use to get. But I also need to learn.
You need a new mic for Christmas.
Yeah. I'm running out of room, guys. This is like my gym desk, and it's become my podcast platform, my podcast studio. And we'll see.
Yeah,
I refuse to move away from the big picture window because the lighting is so amazing. So I'm never leaving.
Well, I've also found with the adapters, depending on what order you plug the stuff in,
yeah, they're not super.
It'll either work or not work.
Yeah, exactly.
If I try to plug my mouse in before I plug in my headphones or my mic, then I have no audio.
So it's kind of like finicky. Yeah. Hey, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I just wanted to remind Scott not to forget to toggle his mouse.
I'm not working today.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, make sure he's
toggling that mouse.
Hey, I wanted to see what you guys thought about the new relationship show that we started last week.
It sounded like it went really well.
Charlie, did you watch it?
I watched part of it, yes. Mm-hmm. It was good.
Anybody else watch it?
I watched it in its entirety. Mm-hmm. Thought it was awesome. I could not have been more giddy when the call came through and it was crystal clear.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That was stressful.
And I got to say, we have the best fans ever and the best community, whatever we want to call them. The Calvary, whatever it is. When we tested it, we had like 30 people trying to help us figure out how to get the phone to work. And it was awesome. That was one of the highlights of my week.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, Julie got some really good feedback, and we had a lot of people DMing us on that Instagram account, the Live Happily Ever Awesome Instagram account, and it was cool. Yeah, I think our energy balance each other pretty well. Like, she's pretty stoic, and I'm a little bit more goofy, and we sort of balance each other out.
When's the next one?
The next one is Thursday at 12:30 Eastern. This Thursday, and we're going to talk about communication, which we could do 8 million shows on communication, but this one's going to be something about how we have to sort of interpret communication with our partners in terms of how they prefer to be communicated with, around, because just because you're talking doesn't mean you're actually communicating. Yeah, it's lots to dig in there.
And how important listening is.
Yes, indeed.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Was that?
Exactly, Charlie.
Yeah, that's part of it too as well. But yeah, it was good. I hope we get more callers. Awesome.
But also about that, listening to someone and really hearing somebody what they says doesn't mean, though, that you're going to then do what they want or like. And
Correct.
So sometimes people take that as, well, you're not listening to me. But really, you're listening, but
I'm just choosing not to.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to behave a certain way.
Yeah.
In spite of the information you just gave me that I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody needs to call in.
Who, Mr. Scott Radowski?
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
No.
So there was a little bit of CrossFit news over the last week since we met.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The defending champion is having a baby.
We already talked about that, didn't we?
did.
Pretty sure.
It was just briefly on. It wasn't the
High on the
Roundtable.
bomb.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm high on the hot sauce. I don't know.
Well, she's having a baby, and due in May. So that means there might have been a celebratory win, a win romp.
It's possible. Oh, we talked about it on the test show. Elise was telling us.
Oh,
She
okay.
knows.
Got it.
Which I did delete, by the way.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
I didn't think it really needed to be a real show.
I also deleted our first take on the Julie show where we had the echo. That was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. I had just tuned in and I was like, it was ba 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 ba.
Mm-hmm. And it was just like I had a goofy, I don't know, laugh or something. It was awful. I was like, oh, please make it stop.
And then you couldn't stop laughing.
Right.
Which
and so
I
then it
found
kept-
which I found hilarious.
It was awful. Awful. Murph. So New Year's Eve, what'd you guys do? Anything fun for New Year's Eve? I was a chauffeur. I drove teenagers all around to make sure they were safe. So that was good. Scott, what'd you do?
I listened to Hiller and his fiance Alexis talk to fill in for Sevon after the explosion outside of his house.
Yeah, I did that for a little bit too. Yeah.
There was an explosion
And
outside
watched-
someone's house.
Like a transformer.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he lost everything, electric and Wi-Fi. So Hiller basically took over his channel and it became a skincare show, which I found
Alexis.
hilarious because Alexis is a skincare expert.
Mm-hmm.
But I did that and watched the Ohio State game. Can we talk about that or is it
No.
too salty?
Too soon.
No.
Too soon.
Go ahead.
We can talk about it after 5 o'clock today.
Okay.
Did you see the
Yeah,
ball
the
drop?
Rose
Scott?
Bowl.
Did you see?
No, because at the same time I saw a kick go wide left.
Amy, did you watch the ball? Did you watch, like, were you awake at midnight?
Yes, because we went to the Dave Chappelle show.
Oh, that's right. No phones.
No phones. And we got to hear, like, we got there and it was about halftime. So we knew where things were at halftime. And then it was about 12:20 when we got our phones back because the show was over, and we unlocked them and then found out. And then it was like, let's just go home.
Yeah. Charlie, what were you doing at midnight?
Oh, I'll tell you what he's doing before that.
Watching that people get cheated, basically, is what I was watching.
Charlie was doing lots of shots, I heard, too.
I don't know that you can get hit in the head and then not be targeting, but that's just me. I don't know.
Okay.
Were you awake at midnight, Charlie?
I was awake. Yes.
Scott, you were awake.
I was.
Okay. I was
Barely.
not. I was not awake. I went to sleep at 11:20.
Yeah.
I woke up again at 12:45.
Normally, I would prefer that.
So, and I didn't hear anything. Usually I hear like gunshots or fireworks or people banging pots or my dog's going crazy, and I just slept right through it if it happened. So it was a pretty subdued New Year's where I was.
Yeah.
In Hocassin, Delaware.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched the game, literally shut the TV off and went to bed.
Was the game
It just
over
happens.
like at midnight or?
Right at midnight.
Oh, really? Wow.
The actual kick landed at midnight.
Shut up. That's terrifying.
So that was the ball drop.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Laces out.
Yep.
Tinkle and nine horn.
Right? Something's happening. Oh, that's a bummer.
Mm-hmm. But the Steelers won last night.
Yes, he did.
I didn't even have to watch it. I could hear upstairs in my bedroom the two guys in my house watching it, and I could tell what was happening because they were coaching from the family room.
Are they on the payroll?
I'm sorry, it was more refereeing, volunteer refereeing. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's not a paid internship.
Nice.
Yeah.
We had an extra dog in the house this weekend.
Oh yeah? Are you even more allergic?
It was so bad. And I can't have any allergy meds. So like literally we have every window and door open in the house. And I will say the Hot Ones Challenge helped me for about 2 hours.
Cleared
Like,
everything out,
opened
right?
up. Yep. And then but my daughter brought her dog. And Walter and him are both young, or Walter and her, Maple, are both young.
Name.
And they play nonstop. And then Walter just flops on the floor like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cute. It was really cute. But I am having a hard time breathing. Yes.
When you go get all that checked out, when you go to the ENT tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Cool.
Wednesday, 8:30 a.m.
Bright and early. I'm getting my blood work redone on Wednesday. See where I'm at.
So has that been a month then?
Yeah, it'll be 5 weeks, 4.5 weeks, 9 doses, essentially.
I want to do that so bad.
So do it.
Oh, I just saw I get to do a bunch of sit-ups tomorrow after all those GHD.
Perfect.
Shoot.
We had our first day of Pat Barber programming today.
Oh, how'd it go?
It was pretty good. The workout was brutal. I'm not loving the way it's coming over into Wodify. Like the names of the workouts aren't really translating correctly. And there's like levels. So there's like 4 workouts in Wodify, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, which is fine, but that's the names of the workouts instead of actually the name of the workout, which is going to make it hard to go back. So there's still things I need to do in Wodify to make it better. But it's a work in progress. But the workout was amazing and the warm-up was cool. And it was a brand new warm-up, like things we'd never done before. We started with just a burpee warm-up where I had everyone do as many burpees as they could in a minute. And then I just said, I'm going to set the clock for a minute, just do burpees. And so everyone, of course, went crazy and did burpees. And then I said, all right, whatever that number was, cut it in half. And we're going to do an EMOM every 30 seconds for the next 5 minutes. You're going to do half of those. So everyone was like, oh shit, because people did like 15 burpees and they had to do like 8 burpees. And then someone at the end of class actually came up to me and said, are we going to start doing warm-ups like that? Because I need to warm up before we do something like that. And I was like, come on now, really? Because normally I send everybody on a machine for 2 or 3 minutes before we do anything else. So it was just interesting. But yeah, I'm shaking things up around here. People got a really good workout. I enjoyed it.
If I literally did that in my class, the ones that Charlie attends.
Yeah.
Literally. So there's this whole back corner. About half of them, if I just said, okay, start burpees, they would just walk around.
You'd be like,
We do too.
Go to the bathroom or something.
is that your first class?
No, that's my second
Second
class. The 5 a.m. class is on it.
They would do
follow
it.
Directions. They listen. They're awake, alert. This 6:15 comes in. They're like, you're not coaching. This is our class.
Yeah, that's interesting. I used to coach at a place. Their 5:15 was like that. Half the people would never listen to a word I said.
Yeah.
Warm up, workout. It was so annoying.
When that C4 kicks in, and you gotta
There's a lot of bathroom breaks. A lot.
So I know we haven't done this in a while, but I got a little production meeting.
Okay.
I got an email right before this that they want one of us to co-host a podcast at the live stage with the owner and founder of Wodify.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they asked me and I said, well, I think Kat would be better because I know she uses it.
Heck yeah.
And she's an affiliate owner. And so I just said one of us would do it. And but we have to collab with another podcast. And it's nobody we dislike. So I think we're okay.
Because that list is so long. Jeez. How would we find someone we get along with? That's funny.
Well, it would be awkward if they said, hey, you want to collab with the Morning Chalk Up after you and I kind of left there. That would be not that we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, because we get along with Lauren and, you know, Lauren and I have mended some fences over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And, but yeah. So
as long as it doesn't interrupt my workout on Thursday. When is it? Is it Thursday?
I'll send you the stuff.
Okay. We still haven't signed up for the tournament, by the way.
We don't have the code yet.
I know. Should we talk to Dylan?
I don't know. Maybe you'll forget.
Maybe you will forget.
Yeah. Is it Peter with coffee pods and wads?
It's not. It's this one guy that has and I'd never heard of him, but he has Jesse Graff from American Ninja Warrior co-hosting with him for the week.
So how do you know we get along with him if we don't even know him?
I just said it's someone that we don't have like on our don't fly list. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I am adding your name.
But what the topic is the guy from Wodify wants to talk about how tech is affecting CrossFit.
Cool.
And stuff like that. But I said one of us would cover it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and if that's what we're going to be talking about, it can be either one of us then, because you don't need like experience with Wodify to ask that question. But
we use Wodify at Polaris, so like I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know the background as like an affiliate owner, and I think you would bring more to the table in that.
Got it. Sign me up.
So,
what?
I actually like Nikki. We get along with her fine.
Oh yeah, and Peter.
Yeah, Peter and I talk every week. People.
Yeah.
Peter's awesome.
There's no one that we don't get along with. Let's seriously. We don't have a no-fly zone. No-fly zone list.
I was just trying to be funny.
Trying to be dramatic. I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a little drama.
Yeah, we really get along with everybody.
I don't like Nate Edwardson.
What?
I don't know.
Really doesn't like Nate Edwardson.
Oh, well, he's moved on to golf. So you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. And just there are a couple people I would not want to do it with. I'm not good. And they've come to my head now, but it's nobody that's been mentioned in this chat.
Oh, now I'm curious.
So anyway, anything else, guys, before we head out? I know it's the last day of like holiday break for most of us. Kat, you're at the gym, so I'm assuming
I got class
you work today.
I do.
Natalie had to go back to school today.
Ugh.
Listen,
Really? Today?
yeah, this is what happened. I'll tell you what happened. So her school
National
district,
holiday.
ONTNG, like created the school calendar a little while ago.
Mhm.
Didn't realize that it was the actual holiday approved, and they didn't want to redo the calendar, so they just were like, "F it, we'll just." So, you should have seen the Facebook pages. All the parents are just.
I bet. That's crazy.
How many people rebelled and just said, "I'm not sending my kid"?
Lots of people. Lots of people didn't even know. I mean, so that's what I can't imagine that the school district could really give you an unexcused or anything for it. I'm not even worried about that anyways, but it just was funny. But they're just like, yeah, we're just not going to change the calendar. We're just going to leave it.
Crazy. I'm a little bummed that nobody called in, but that's okay.
Next time.
He doesn't say who we're pairing up with.
Who doesn't?
And Wex.
Oh, but I thought you just said we were paired up with somebody who
Yeah,
you never heard
it's
of.
confusing. He's pairing up with that guy that I just said to do the same thing for Tier.
Got it.
And we're doing Wodify with an unnamed co-host at this point.
I should do it for Tier too. Clearly have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get your stuff there.
Who don't you have a relationship with?
It's funny. I got an email from Tier saying if you're an affiliate owner and you're part of our partnership and you're going to Wadapalooza or you're competing at Wadapalooza, please let us know so we can outfit you appropriately. And I was like, now I'm going. Now I'm competing. Think I'll get anything?
24.
You haven't been able to outfit me for my own affiliate yet.
Right. But, send me to Wadapalooza. I don't know. We'll see. I'll take free shit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's next for us? No. What's next? I need a refresher.
Let's look.
Calendar.
I'm looking.
What do we got?
So Thursday is busy. So Thursday's really the next day. And that is, you have the Love Line show.
12:30. Yep.
Happily Ever Awesome.
12:30.
I think around the same time, Ashley Kotler and I are doing top 5 show tunes of all time.
Okay. Around the same time? What do you mean?
Around the same time. It's the only time I could get her.
How's that work?
It works.
Are we both live?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we move ours?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll see if I can move ours because yours has been out there more. Mine isn't even out there yet.
Okay.
Thursday, Emily.
7 p.m.
Emily at 7 p.m. and Carolyn Prevost at 9 p.m., which was just changed.
I'm going to be tired. Okay.
Carolyn was in the afternoon, but she had to move because her birthday is actually Friday. And so Lex is taking her out to do some stuff. So she needed it to be a little bit later.
Nice.
And Friday, there's also something happening.
Yeah, what is that happening at 11 Eastern?
It's Charlie.
Justin, who is the CEO of Consistency Breeds Growth, nutrition coach for the Stars, if you will.
Awesome. Are you doing that one, Charlie?
Probably.
Awesome. There you go. Charlie.
I'll just show up.
Charlie's going to interview somebody. Now's your chance.
There we go.
I love it.
All right.
All right, guys.
Okay. Calendar's updated.
All right.
Where's Carolyn?
That was fun.
Super. It was. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I can't wait to chat on Thursday and celebrate your birthday. It's going to be awesome. With that, can't get better than that comment. We'll see you next time on the Clydesdale Clydesdale Media Podcast. Roundtable. That thing. Yeah.